Everybody, and welcome to another Mythology Monday. Today we are talking about the raven, and we are once again taking this mythology from Mythopedia, and this one I believe comes from Europe. I'm just gonna double check. Fairly confident. No, this one is from North America. Okay, so this tale comes from the Americas. I love this picture. And the raven is a shape-changing, trick-playing, fun-loving god of change. Now, this particular mythology comes from the Haida Gwaii Islands, which are located in the Pacific Ocean. And this is where I'm so sorry if I mispronounced it, the Haida people live. And so the spirit animal, or the god raven, is one of their creation stories. You guys know how I love creation stories. And this story in particular pertains to how humanity got the sun, or light. Now, in the origins of the story, everything was dark. You couldn't see where you were going. Everything was just always pitch black, and people were living there and everything. So the raven was known for liking to help people. So the raven didn't like the darkness, running into things, bumping himself all the time. He was tired of it. So he flew all around the world to try to come up with a solution. And then he passed over the farm of an old man and his daughter, where the man said, I have a box inside a box, inside a box, and it holds all the light in the world, but no one's ever going to see it. So the raven was like, huh. So the raven transformed into a baby and went into his daughter so that he could be born as a child. The raven was born as a little boy, and for anybody who has children, kids get into everything. So the little boy would crawl all around the house, getting into every single thing he could, looking for this box in a box in a box that contained the light that should be in the world. So gotta love a trickster god. Even more so, gotta love someone who can play the long con. So he waited till he was a toddler, crawled all around the house, and anytime he would try to dig through something and Grandpa would say, no, 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 stop that, he would scream bloody murder until Grandpa was like, fine, fine, fine. And so this went on until he found the box. And then, of course, Grandpa was like, don't open it, don't open it. And he was like, ah! And Grandpa said, fine, but don't open the box in the box. And this went on clearly until all of the boxes had been opened. And as soon as the raven disguised as the baby opened the box with the light, and the light popped out as a little circle of light, he immediately transformed back into a raven, grabbed it in his beak, and took off out the window. So obviously the man and the girl were devastated at losing the little boy, but so Raven was gone, and he took that light and he flew off. And everything was going great until an eagle showed up and scared the bejeebies out of the raven. So naturally ravens are afraid of bigger birds like eagles and that, so he dropped the light. And now, being that it was just a sphere of light, it fell and it hit the ground and shattered. And that is how light went all over the world. When that light shattered, light went everywhere. And that's why we have light now. So while the man and his daughter were very sad at losing the little boy, they did have the beauty of the moon and the stars and the light everywhere. And so they could see the beauty in the world around them now. And so they weren't quite so sad anymore. But I thought that this was such a fun story, because I love those stories where people talk about how the world was founded. And I also really love any kind of trickster people, because I just think they're hilarious. So this was a really fun story. I really enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any favorite mythologies, or if you have mythologies from a specific area you want me to try to look into, and I can see what I can do about it. But we're getting close to having gone through most of the mythology creatures I like in this book, and after that we'll move on to specific mythology tales from the stack of mythology books from different countries that I have. I have Celtic, Nordic, African, Japanese, a bunch of really fun ones. I think I have Russian too. So this is just going to be a ton of fun. And yeah, let me know if you have a preference of which one I should start with. Otherwise, you have a fantastic Monday. And thanks for stopping by. Happy Monday and happy reading.